Welcome back, guys, to the Functional Idiots podcast, episode 36. I am here with Colton.
Just like everything else in Dillon's life, he was a little early still.
That's all right. We'll get used to it. This is my second time. I did better than the first one.
Yeah, the first one you did it like 5 seconds in. I'm like, dude. My God.
So
yeah, you're still early, but
not by much. Again, it did that weird fucking like dip down, so it sounded like it was fading out. And this time I fought the urge to be like, nope.
Well, it sure as shit was not fading out. So
I was eating a Yo Crunch M&Ms. Love that shit. I got another one here that I'm probably going to snack on while we're doing this because I'm fat. Colton knows that I'm fat because I told him I had lunch 2 hours ago. So
yeah. Well, he's like, because we just got done recording the Not Until 4 Patreon podcast, which we want to listen to that. Got to go support us on Patreon there. And he's like, yeah, let's record at 1. I'm like, okay. And like 5 minutes when he's like, actually, we're gonna have to wait. We're about to eat lunch. I'm like, are you for fucking real? Like this just came about 5 minutes before we're gonna fucking get busy. Oh, I'm hungry now. Jesus Christ, Dylan.
Yeah, fuck you.
God damn.
So I did take some allergy pills, so hopefully I won't be mute myself too fucking much. So
yeah, well, we finally had some like decent fucking rain roll through, so hopefully that'll like wash some goddamn allergies off the trees and the pollen and all the bullshit. Because fucking Christ, it's about annoying as expensive tools.
Oh yeah, dude, don't even get me fucking started.
Well, I'm getting you started because it's on here, but you can finish your initial thought.
Like, it's just like fucking it's been teasing us like this whole fucking like past week. It's like, oh, am I gonna rain? No, fuck you. Am I gonna rain? Am I gonna rain? No, fuck you. I'll just
and then the day said and then the day the meteorologist like, yeah, it's not gonna rain today. What does it do? Fucking rains all day, like all fucking day. Like, how are you motherfuckers this wrong?
So, but yeah, expensive tools.
Yeah. Well, hold on. For like the meteorologist, my dad was saying, he's like, if it's anything out more than like 48 hours on their like forecast, he's like, they ain't gonna be right. I'm like, dude, 48 hours, let alone fucking 48 minutes. They can't even get the next 48 minutes right.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But yeah, okay. So for expensive tools, well, Dylan, you work in a transmission teardown shop.
Yeah. Hold on. Just let that the awkward silence kick in, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, I work in a transmission part of where it's a bigger company than what it is, but so we have to have specific tools to do our jobs. Basically the basic set impact, but they give us that so the stuff you have to buy is hammer, specifically a ball peen hammer, punches and chisels, sockets, both 1/2 inch and 3/8 drive, snap ring pliers, and this is where it's going to start getting a little wonky because you can't really go to Harbor Freight to get it.
Like, by wonky, he means like really specialized tools.
And specifically for snap ring pliers, there's 16-inch ones. There's 2 different ones you have to get. And the cheapest one that you can get without really expending quality out of the picture is $120, which I
Jesus.
Yep. The next set that there's a chisel that you have to get. That was $43 fucking dollars for one chisel.
Fucking chisel.
One goddamn chisel.
Jesus Christ.
A set of snap ring pliers that was another $83. A dead blow, which if you don't know what that is, Colton, I'm pretty sure you know what a dead blow is.
Yeah.
A dead blow, you have to get a composite one, so it's like a plastic. It's a hard plastic.
Composite, not composite.
Composite. Composite. You know, a composite dead blow, which is expensive in itself unless you go to Harbor Freight. Then they do have that. But I went with a Mac Tools one, which I will say the difference between Mac Tools and Snap-on is great. Mac tools, if you fucking spend $120, you're going to get your money's worth. Okay, now if you go to like, okay, for example, if I were to get like a brand other than Mac tools, it's probably Husky. I like Husky tools. I don't know why.
Well, that's the
Just
Home
like
Depot brand.
Yeah. They're cheap, but I think they're like cheap enough to where they can get away with some shitty products, all right? Like, and they'll last you for a little bit unless you do what I did, and I bought a fucking rubber mallet for my, like, specifically for my dead blow, and I tore that shit up within a week.
Yeah, I wonder fucking why.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
it's like trying to reuse a condom. Why'd you hold it? Wonder fucking why.
So I got a composite.
It says used as your girlfriend's pussy.
Only used by me. So
I wasn't specifying your pussy. I was just specifying the. Unless you're reusing condoms. Then
whoa! I don't have a pussy.
Dylan, we need to have a talk. If you're reusing condoms.
But so this dead blow, 56 ouncer, $120 by
Sounds
itself.
like a good sized steak.
It's fucking pissing me off. But yeah, this last time I had to fucking spend another $120 for the fucking snap ring pliers that I needed and the fucking chisel, which is a coping chisel to get bushings out. And it's like, fuck me, dude. Holy shit. Now, I will. Now, this is the thing that I don't understand. My job offers boot vouchers, safety glasses vouchers, which I need because I have glasses. And that's it. They don't offer a tool voucher, which they should, only because if you gave your employees $150 tool allowance, you can get pretty much all the shit you need from Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about where I work is that there's not a lot of people who steal on my line. Because I'm not going to say there's no people that steal on my line.
Well, you're going to have that everywhere. It doesn't matter where you work, unless you work by yourself. But even then, you're still going to have stealing. It's like, where the fuck? Who stole my goddamn ratchet? I know I was the last one to use it, but who fucking stole it?
It's your fucking cousin from down the street. It's like, what the you weren't even over here.
How'd that happen?
But so like $150, you can get most of your shit from Harbor Freight. You can get your sockets, your picks. Like, one thing I will never probably spend money on is picks.
Anal beads?
That is true. I will never spend on that. I'll just make it homemade with barbed wire.
Dylan just goes to, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. We're getting kinky up in this shit.
You're like cat penises that are barbed out. You know, Jesus Christ. Stretch that asshole.
But, sorry, just finishing off my yogurt.
Yeah, kind of fat.
I would say it's healthy, but I have M&Ms in there, so it's not.
That took any type of possible healthiness in a yogurt thing of yogurt and just put it completely in the diabetes category.
Gone.
So
Gone.
Yeah.
But so that's like really my only issue with it. Is they give us vouchers for everything else, but
I agree, because I mean, even if they gave you just like $100 tool voucher a week or something, that say that, like, you know, they don't put it in your paycheck per se, but it's like, this you can use for like when the Snap-on guy comes, you know, you can like build a balance or whatever, and then like, oh, hey, I broke this fucking tool today, you know, doing my job that I'm fucking paid to do, right? And I need this specialized $670,000 fucking tool to get this fucking bullshit screw out.
Right.
Sweet, I have this fucking backlog of balance built up on my Snap-on account. Now I don't need to take out a mortgage to buy this piece of shit tool that's going to last 2 uses because Snap-on tools suck cock.
Yes, that is my complaint about expensive tools, is that Snap-on is ungodly fucking expensive, and they are shit quality.
They're ungodly expensive and ungodly awful. That's what I totally agree. I think, I mean, the bonus that Snap-on had was, it's lifetime warranty. Every fucking tool manufacturer except at Harbor Freight have lifetime warranties. Okay,
Even
you go buy
even Harbor
Craftsman.
Freight started doing lifetime warranty.
Yeah, okay, even that. So like, Craftsman, lifetime warranty. Husky, lifetime warranty. Cobalt, lifetime warranty. Like, that's not special anymore. They all fucking do that, right? Okay. The other bonus is that Snap-on comes to your business, right? So you don't need to go to the hardware store or to the wherever place to buy tools. They come to you, right? And be like, yep, I need this tool. I found it in the catalog. I need this exact tool. Okay, yep, it'll be here tomorrow or in a couple days or whatever, right? Next time the guy shows up, here's your fucking tool. That is nice. Don't get me wrong. Is it worth paying like 75, 100% markup on shit? No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No, I have a pick 'em up truck. I can put whatever the fuck I need, hose and bitches in the back with the tools, all right? I don't need to have the Snap-on guy do everything for me. And then I think just for the price, they're not even that much better quality than like a fucking regular tool.
Yeah, like I have Harbor Freight sockets. Like I am using those bitches till they are fucking like to where I can't anymore.
Yeah.
Because sockets are ungodly expensive for no reason. Now, Colton.
Well, it depends on, I'm assuming you're buying automotive sockets.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
they have to be impact rated.
Yeah, not polished chrome. I'd say
Right.
when it comes to sockets, polished chrome, you don't need the super expensive sockets because on polished chrome, you shouldn't be putting an impact on them unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Like, like I don't have, like I have to put it on there, right? But if you're in an automotive, you get the automotive ones, which they're not polished chrome, they're solid black steel, right? And because they're impact rated. You don't need the expensive shit because they're all impact rated.
So they're matte black as well.
Whatever, but they're steel. They're not polished chrome to where they get,
yeah.
The impact will eat the fuck out of the connector on top, the quick connect. Because that's what'll happen on the polished chrome is while the impact is fucking going away on your vagina, right? It's tearing out the quick connect on the top because that's a softer, it's not designed for the impact of that. But you don't need, if you get impact rated sockets, you don't need the $300 sockets. The $150 ones will work just fine.
Yeah.
I don't get, because I just bought a whole ratchet set because I have a bunch of Craftsman tools in the garage in my
thank fucking God
box. And I bought a ratchet set that had I think 20 different ratchets in it, half-inch drive, 3/8 drive, 1/4 drive, which dude, the ratchet set, that was expensive as all fucking get out.
Yeah.
Holy Christ. And I was like, well, I had some other ratchets over left. I was like, you know what? I don't need these because I have whatever ones I have doubles of. I'm going to give the old ones to Dillon because I know he probably is going to go through ratchets a lot more than I'm going to go through ratchets. Even if he's using them the same, they just, they break or you reef on one too hard and you bend it or you break the teeth inside the ratchet or whatever. Or you have a dumbass coworker who puts it up his asshole and fucking breaks a 1/2-inch drive. But
that's actually a good segue if we were actually going off of this topic. But continue.
Oh, well, for it comes to hand tools, I don't see where Snap-on is benefit. I guess the only benefit that Snap-on has is when it comes to air tools, because you can't get air tools from Milwaukee, and if they do, they don't have a very wide range of air tools. Same thing with Craftsman, same thing with Cobalt, Husky, all the other ones, because they're not designed per se around the automotive mechanic space like Snap-on is. Snap-on makes shit for fucking automotive people, mechanics, right?
So does Mac Tools,
right? But that's what I'm saying. Mac, Snap-on. There's another one I can't. Oh, Cornwell. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
They same thing. It's the same idea. Snap-on this, but they'll have the air tool. So if you need a fucking air ratchet or air impact wrench, rather, because you got this fucking bolt that's on there tighter than goddamn a virgin's asshole. So you need something that has some oomph to get the fucking bolt out, right? Where you're a little, granted, I have a 1/2-inch impact drive from Milwaukee, and that can get the fucking rust off of a bumper. Let me tell you, okay, that fucker's pretty good, but if something's on there tight as shit, it's not gonna be able to pull it off unless you sit and hammer on that motherfucker for 6 weeks, right? And by then you'll just burn out the tool. So yeah, that's where an air wrench comes in handy compared to a battery powered one. But you don't, for how often you use an air wrench, you don't need the $300 or $500 one.
Yeah.
You know, if you're using an air wrench all the time, maybe if it was, you know, of good quality. But from what I've heard, people, they're just like, yeah, you get raped by Snap-on, and they're not much better than what I can go pick up at Home Depot or Lowe's.
Now, I got some prices from Mac Tools specifically because this is my problem with Snap-on. I hate spending money at Snap-on just for the fact that I'm afraid that it's going to fucking break as soon as I use it once, right? And I obviously be smart about it. I'm not talking about like, oh, if I use this chisel once, it's going to break in half. No, I'm talking about like
using the tool properly.
Yeah, using the tool properly, and for a while, it's going to fucking break. Like, now, I would never do this. Like, they have Mac Tools has a 24-piece half-inch drive metric deep socket impact socket set.
Yeah.
For you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it's an average 24-piece socket set, right?
So probably 12 metric, 12 standard.
$809. I love Mac Tools. I would rather have Mac Tools than Snap-on, but I don't feel confident enough spending
$800 for a fucking
$800. Yeah,
you
sockets.
said they were half-inch drive deep wells.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude! I could get that. Okay, what's the sizes they go? Like, what's the standard sizes? Because I think you said there's 24. So was it 20? It's probably 12 standard, 12 metric, or 13 and 11 or something like that. Because
it's all metric.
Okay, well, if it's that much, I hope it would be like 23 millimeters, 24 millimeters, up to like 36 millimeters, which are like fucking big honking goddamn sockets. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, 10 millimeter to 36 millimeter.
A 10 millimeter? Dude, they should sell that shit separate because you use it once and you're going to fucking lose it because that's just how 10 mils work. Okay, and there's 24, so it's probably like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 because for whatever reason, nobody uses a 17 mil socket. I think it's because it's the same thing as a standard size. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 27, 30, 32, 34, 36. It's probably something like that. But still, for $800, I could buy the same thing fucking Lowe's out of Craftsman for like $130 and get standard sizes too.
Yeah, so I mean, like, Mac Tools is like, let's see, like they have a 123-piece, quarter-inch hex drive Mac grip ratcheting bit driver set. So it's pretty much just like one of those screwdrivers that you can ratchet, right? $184.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I grabbed my fucking Makita one because I bought a Makita one for my previous job. Because you know I was gonna need a ratcheting bit or something like that,
right?
And it's probably half of these, but it's also half the fucking price. It was like $75 maybe.
So would you say it was a ratcheting screwdriver or a ratcheting wrench?
Yeah, ratcheting. It's a ratcheting screwdriver.
Okay, so you just have to turn it back and forth and it goes. Dude, I bought a Craftsman one from Lowe's. It's like $40, and it comes with like 40 different bits.
So it's just like, I don't get it. Like Mac Tools, like I said, I would much rather have a Mac Tools than a Snap-on. You know what? Let's do price comparisons. Snap-on, you fucking.
I don't think Snap-on puts prices on their website.
They should.
Unless you go, unless you probably go to like their catalog or something like that.
Yeah.
So anyways, while you looked it up, I saw a fucking great meme on Twitter, dude. I scrolled through the old Twitters, and it said, "How do you know when?"
Oh my god, dude! Holy shit! What a fucking rip! It's for a 13-piece, 3/8 drive, standard and metric. Wow. $510. No,
Jesus
thank you.
Christ.
No, thank you. Oh my fucking god! I just got even worse. It just got even worse. Hold on. I think we just got even. Yep, weed just got worse. A 25 piece. So it's one more extra than the Mac tools. Okay,
Yep.
Keep that in fucking mind.
Okay. Now the Mac one was the Mac one was $800, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
25 piece, half-inch drive, 6-point metric flank drive. So deep and deep impact socket. It's literally the same thing.
Deep well sockets. Yep.
You get 10 through 27 and then 29 through 36.
Okay. It's all metric.
It's all metric.
Okay.
Get one extra. $1,200.
Jesus Christ.
$1,226.
That one socket's $400. God damn, dude.
Fuck you, dude. Holy shit.
My God. That's borderline. That's almost a functional idiot of the week. Anyone who's paying that much, you have too much fucking money, or you're too fucking dumb to spend any money. God damn.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Holy Christ.
God damn, dude.
So, but anyway, I saw this meme and it said when guys become fathers, they fall into one of four groups, and it had a picture of DeWalt tools, Milwaukee tools, Makita tools, and Ryobi tools. I'm like, fucking fact, man.
Dude, I love Makita already. I'm not even a dad yet. Dude, I love Makita tools.
Oh, dude, when it comes to power tools, I'm full blown Milwaukee. Love
Milwaukee's not
tools.
bad either.
Milwaukee's great.
Unfortunately,
fantastic.
DeWalt, you fuckers.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of DeWalt's.
Well, I used to be, and then I used to good, and then Black & Decker bought them, and then they pretty much switched. So the Black & Decker's pretty much DeWalt. And DeWalt's the piece of shit now.
Great.
So
yeah, I like when it comes to like automotive tools, I like Craftsman. When it comes to power tools, I'm pro Milwaukee. Because I think Milwaukee is like, it's a good in the mid range. It's better than the Harbor Freight stuff that you know is going to fail after like using it 5 times. But it's what you get in like a pinch when you're like, oh, I just need this, but I only need to use it like once or twice, right?
Oh, here's something crazy.
Then the Milwaukee's in the middle where it's like, yeah, I'm going to use this pretty often, but I'm not retarded enough to spend $800 for a 3/8 impact drive or 3/8 impact battery powered wrench or impact drill for Snap-on when the $200 one with a battery and charger from Milwaukee will do just fine. And last just as long.
Hey, that's why I like Makita so much. Because Mac Tools is with them. Anyways, you ready for this?
I'm ready. Hit it with me, Dylan, before we move on.
Mac Tools is owned by Black & Decker.
Ooh.
Vidmar, Proto, DeWalt, Expert,
Technically,
Cribmaster,
it's Stanley.
Aeroscout.
Technically, it's Stanley Black & Decker.
Yes.
So
I didn't even know.
Which Craftsman actually is owned by Stanley Black & Decker because Sears sold Craftsman off. So that's why you can buy Craftsman tools at Lowe's now.
Dude, that's why they're so good. Not because of Black & Decker. I'm fully going with Stanley. Stanley is the one that's holding it up. but
you got to remember it's all about what their price range. You know, the back tools is obviously for the big high end guys who make like 6 figures in the automotive field, right? You know, your big heavy diesel mechanics and all that shit. And then your down at the bottom is your DeWalt and your Makita stuff because it's for your average, Joe Blow who it works on his cars, but he doesn't do it for a living, so he doesn't need the Muco expensive shit. But he's also like, I know the Harbor Freight stuff is just a get you by Band-Aid thing. It's not a permanent thing. So but I mean, just because it's owned by a company doesn't mean they're good. I mean, but all right. I'm ready to move on if you're ready to move on.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
So let's give a little update on the old Stanley Cup finals here.
Jesus Christ.
All my homies down in Vice City, man, I'm pouring one out for you because it's not been a good week for y'all. It has not been a good week for y'all. The Florida Panthers went up 3-0 in the series. Had it fucking, they had the shit in the bag, right? Game 4 was going to be in Edmonton. Florida could win the Stanley Cup. That was actually a game we did a functional to broadcast of. And Florida got their asses handed to them 8-1. Now, going into that game, I was I was pretty damn sure Edmonton was going to win that game because it is so hard to win if you're going to sweep someone to win the fourth game. That is the hardest fucking game you're ever going to play because that other team, especially in the finals, it's like they're going to play the most desperate hockey they've ever played in their life, right? They're going to do stuff that they would not normally ever do in a normal game because it's too high risk. But in this case, they need to get the potential high reward, right? So they're going to take that high risk stuff. So, Edmonton blows the doors off of fucking the Panthers and whoops their asses 8-1. Okay, whatever. Going to game 5 back in Florida. Pretty sure Florida's going to have a handle on us. I don't expect them to whoop them, 6-0, but, still be a close game, but they should win. For the second game in a row, the Florida Panthers gave up a shorthanded goal in the first 6 minutes of the game. So, great. We're off to a fantastic start, aren't we, boys? They lost that fucking game, too. Now, granted, the last half of that game, they played like they did in games 1, 2, and 3, where they definitely controlled the play. They just, when you go down 4-1, that's a fucking deep asshole to climb out of, right?
Yeah.
Especially in the finals. So they go to game 6 in Edmonton. Once again, they can win the series here, right? What do they do in Edmonton? Lay a mo fucking egg again. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, boys, what are we doing? What are we doing? Come on now. Like, what more fucking motivation do you need? You just need to win one more game and you will win the fucking Stanley Cup. What more motivation do you need?
Yeah, no fucking shit.
You literally just have to fucking do what you did in games 1, 2, and 3. It's not that hard. I mean, at the end of game 6, I was so fucking flustered and disgusted with how Florida was playing because it was like they just didn't care. Like, we're just going through the motions. We're just here. You're just here. You're just here.
What are you guys doing? Nothing. Just
hanging around. Yeah. Like, okay, at the end of game 5, right? It's 4-3. End of the third period. Florida has their goalie pulled. They're trying to tie it to at least get it to overtime, right? Edmonton ices the puck. It's going towards the empty net. It's going to go in the empty net. Matthew Tkachuk gets on his motherfucking horse, right? Goes down there, makes a fucking amazing diving play, reaches out full extension with the stick, and swipes the puck away about 4 inches from the goal line. Oh, we're still, okay, granted, there's only 17 seconds left, but that's still plenty of time to regather, go down there, at least get another shot, get another chance on goal. Okay, now behind Matthew Tkachuk was Connor McDavid, who was, obviously, Connor McDavid is the fucking greatest player in the NHL right now. Okay, following him was Oliver Ekman-Larsson, defenseman for the Florida Panthers. Now, the puck's going towards the empty net. I mean, other than Tkachuk, no one's really hustling because they're kind of expecting it to go in the net, right? Looking at it, doesn't look like Tkachuk's going to make it. And then, holy shit, he made it. And what's Ekman-Larsson do? Fucking nothing. He just sits there, watches McDavid pick the puck up, skates right by him. McDavid turns around and shoots it in the empty net. And meanwhile, and then obviously Tkachuk's still on the ice because he just fucking busted his fucking ass to save the goal. And the other 5 players on the ice for Florida all have their dicks in their hands, trying to figure out, he just saved a goal. We have a chance.
Well, not anymore.
Oh, shit, Edmonton scored. How'd that happen? Because you're fucking sitting there with the thumb up your ass. Come on, goddamn! Like, if I was Matthew Tkachuk, I would have been so pissed off. I would have ripped everyone a new asshole that was on the ice. Like, I just busted my ass to save a goal to give us a chance, and y'all are sitting there stroking the dog. This is not the time nor the place for that right now. That shit cannot happen. And then in game 6, Florida just looked like they could not get anything going. And especially on their power play, it is terrible. Like, they need to do what they have in the NFL and just whenever they get a power play, just decline the penalty because it's just a waste of 2 minutes, right? Just decline the penalty. Edmonton 2-minute penalty for a hook. Oh wait, no, never mind. That penalty has been declined. Yeah, that's what needs to happen because Florida is a much better team when they can stay 5-on-5. The minute they go on the power play, they're horrible, and the minute they go on the penalty kill, it's just Edmonton's power play is so fucking good right now. I'm
looking at the video right now where Matthew Tkachuk.
I mean, it's unbelievable. It's fucking fantastic, dude. But then you watch the shot, and everybody else there is just sitting there with the dicks in their hands. Like, what are we doing, guys?
Oh my god, literally, dude.
Like, I get you've been out there for over a minute and a half, pushing 2 minutes, but at least put a little bit of effort. You all are just sitting there gliding right now. You're not. You're just coasting.
Shit.
Yeah, you didn't do anything.
Shit.
Like, you didn't even fucking try. It just pisses me off to no end. So, but like I said, if Edmonton keeps playing the way they do deserve to win the Stanley Cup because they have outworked Florida in these last 3 games. Games 4, 5, and 6. They have outworked Florida 100%. 100%. So it's just, and this is the first Game 7 in the finals, I believe, since 2019. I believe. And then it's the first time a Canadian team has been in the finals since technically Montreal was in it, and I think in 2020, but I'm not really counting that because that was because of COVID and it was a different playoff format and shit. So I'm going to go with 2011 when the Vancouver Canucks were in it. And if Edmonton can win it, because the game is technically when this episode comes out tonight, Monday night, June 24th at 8 p.m. on ABC. If Edmonton can win it, it'll be the first time a Canadian team's won the Stanley Cup since 1993, when the Montreal Canadiens won it for their 24th time. So it's been a hot minute, right, since a Canadian team has won the Cup. And obviously, Florida, the Panthers as an organization, have never won the Stanley Cup. So,
right.
And if Edmonton can complete the reverse sweep, it'll be only the second time that's ever happened in the finals. The first time happening in 1941 or 42 when Toronto did it to the Red Wings. The Red Wings went up 3-0 in the series and then fucking blew it. And Toronto won that series or won the next 4 games. And actually a reverse sweep has only happened in the playoffs as a whole only like 4 times in the NHL. It's only happened 4 times. So it's like regardless, Monday is going to be, they always say it's going to be a game. This game's going to be forever etched in history. Yes, because your name's going to be on the cup. This one will forever be in history because either Florida will win their first Stanley Cup as a franchise or the Edmonton Oilers will only become the second team ever to do a reverse sweep in the finals. And it'll be the first time in like 80 years, 83 years, I think. It's just so yeah. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute, and I don't even know the last time there was a reverse sweep in the playoffs to begin with. But obviously, like if you are gonna like buy tickets to go to a Stanley Cup final game, the priority always goes to season ticket holders, which makes sense because they do put the most money into the team. They give the most support generally, paying tens of thousands of dollars for season tickets. And then whatever's left over after they get their like 24-hour or whatever pre-sale, then it goes to the rest of the general public, which by that point, if there whatever's left is gone in like minutes. Well, then you have the resale market like SeatGeek or even Ticketmaster or whatever. And people are posting on Twitter of people reselling tickets in Florida. And this was before they started blowing it. This was even for regular, like Game 5 per se, right? Florida's still up 3-1. Like we're not in total panic mode yet. Right. Like for like $1,000 or $1,100, and like this is ridiculous. Why are people doing this? It's like, well, people are paying for it. Why the fuck wouldn't you charge that much then? That's called capitalism. That's called
it's like
if it's called supply and demand. If someone is willing to pay $1,500, if someone is willing to pay $1,500 for a ticket, why would you only charge $1,000? You're leaving $500 on the table. So be it. If you don't like it, bitch at the people that are paying for it. Then these guys were able to get the tickets. They aren't bots. They're like legit people. Yeah. But then they're selling it. But then people are paying for it. That's not the person selling its fault. It's the people who's paying for it. That's their fault that they're retarded enough to pay that much for a fucking ticket.
That's like the Lions tickets this past year were fucking like completely outrageous. But that's because people wanted to go see the Lions.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get mad at Ford Field for trying to make fucking money off of them. Well, like holy shit!
Even this past year, like before this year, I could get Red Wings tickets for a little less than $100 a piece, right? About $80 or so a piece. And then sometimes if you get like a verified resale, you can get some really good tickets. Now, shit, like this past year, I bought 2 tickets once and it was $400, $450. Jeez. Yeah, for 2 tickets. And it was in the upper bowl. It wasn't even lower bowl seats. It was in the mezzanine level, actually. It's just because now that the Red Wings are arguably good because they only just missed out on the playoffs, people are willing to go. And when you only have 41 home games, and there's only a building, and the building can only hold 19,000 and change, there's only so many tickets available. So how do you weed out the lower priced one? You charge more. That's just how it is. That's how the world works, motherfucker. Okay? People bitch that F-150s are going for $75,000. Well, when people are paying that much, why the fuck wouldn't Ford charge that much? Hello, McFly?
Exactly.
Christ. They're a business. They got to make money too. But it's like, I'm just like, stop. Why are you bitching? Like, this isn't new. This happens all the time. People buy tickets, and maybe they buy tickets with only the intent of selling it. But then if it didn't work, they'd stop doing it. But it works. So don't get mad at the people doing it. Get mad at the people that are fucking paying for that. Like, I love the Red Wings to death, but I would not pay $1,000 to go see them in the playoffs. I will be more than content watching their asses lose on TV.
Yeah.
I don't need to go see that shit in person. So.
Yeah, it's just.
It's like, quit bitching. So, moving on to expensive
My trigger
stuff.
finger's itching.
I haven't bitched about anything. I haven't been a Karen yet today. Let me go through the old interwebs and see what I can bitch about.
God, I hate that shit.
Fucking A.
Let me just make everybody's life worse and miserable because I'm sad.
Yeah, because I need to bitch about something. Let me bitch about something that nobody gives a fuck about. And then I'll get all my bot accounts on Twitter to like it and upvote it so then more people see it.
You know what really fucking pisses me off about Karens? Is the fucking, like, level of entitlement each and every one of them shows. Like, there was this video where this old lady, okay, now she was older, she literally fucking hit this dude, like, this veteran, who needed a service animal, right?
Yeah.
Because he was legally blind, declared as legally blind.
Yeah.
So he had his service dog in the store with him. She comes up to him with her fucking purse and smacks him. And he's like, I hope you know I'm calling the fucking cops. And she goes, yeah, whatever. I'm going out to my car anyways. Cops show up within like 10, 15 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
And she's not gone yet because she was still bitching in the store. She finally leaves. Cops are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Where the fuck do you think you're going? Give me your ID. You're being detained. And she's like, you can't detain me. I'm an old lady. Bitch, I don't give a fuck how old you are. I'll tase your ass.
I don't care if you're in a fucking box cremated.
And that's another issue I have. I was raised to respect my elders, right? But I was also raised that if somebody doesn't respect you, you don't have to respect them. So if I'm a police officer and I'm like, you need to give me your ID because you're going to be detained because you committed a crime, right? Guess what, bitch? If you're not going to listen to me, I'm taking your ass to the ground. No, I wouldn't actually do that.
I'm gonna RKO your shit, all right?
But yeah, she was so fucking pissed that she got arrested because then she started resisting arrest. Kept pulling away, and he's like, "Hey, you're gonna make this worse for yourself. Just letting you know now, you fucking dumb bitch."
Right.
You know, Colton, you asked me if you had an aluminum baseball bat, how many 10-year-olds could you take wearing bicycle helmets, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you have the same aluminum bat, right?
Okay.
And you just got done taking out these 10-year-olds. How many old fuckers do you think you could take out with it?
Probably the same as a 10-year-old until I got tired of it because it's not funny anymore. I just want to go move on and do something else. You know? Rather than beat them, go beat my meat or something. I don't know.
You're like, you get done with it, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, here comes the old fucking kooks.
Old kooks, old cockers. Oh my God. All right, so for things I'm a big fan of. Now, if you are a true American, there's nothing better than a fucking muscle car with an American V8 just screaming by, right? Love that shit. Right? Fantastic. Now, Ford, courtesy of GM and Dodge being pussies and retards, have now cornered the market when it comes to muscle cars and V8s because the Camaro is no longer a thing. And what about the Corvette? The Corvette is not a muscle car. That is a fucking sports car. Big difference, motherfucker. All right. Same thing with the Ford GT. That's arguably a hypercar or a supercar. That's not a sports car or a muscle car. Sorry, that's a sports car. Big difference. And then Dodge discontinued the Challenger and the Charger, and then they come out with this weird ass looking fucking thing. And it's either electric or you could get a straight six. You can't even get a V8 in it. All right, so Ford is now have the market cornered, not by their doing, just still allowing you to buy a Mustang with a V8 in it in the muscle car department. Well, when they redesigned the Mustang in 2024, at the end of 2023 or 2 or something, when they basically were like, "Yep, we've finished with this generation of Mustang. We're going to focus now. We're fully focused on the next generation Mustang." They stopped production of the Mustang Shelby GT500, which was basically a Mustang that you'd get a 5.2 liter supercharged V8 that crank out like 760 horses. Like, hell yeah, man. Fucking A. It had a couple other like track things on it. Like you could get it with like a wing and like a handling package. So it'd put like a splitter and a couple like wickers on it so you could get more, the extra downforce and shit. Then when the next Mustang came out, they're like, well, we don't want to offer it right away because we just want to make sure this launch is, perfect before we start offering too much shit. So now they came out with, you could buy a Group 3 or a GT3 Mustang, but it's only track legal. You can't legally drive it on the roads. And the same thing with the Ford GT. Well, now they're coming out with the Mustang GTD, which is basically the GT3, except it has just enough of the stuff to make it street legal. And so it still has the same 5.2 liter supercharged V8, the Predator engine, they call it. They haven't come out with the exact specs of it yet, but they've basically have targeted for 800 plus horsepower.
Holy shit.
Out of a 5.2 liter engine. And people are like, oh, well, Dodge did it with their Demon. Yeah, that was not a 5.2 liter. That was a much bigger engine than 5.2 liters. All right. And then they've also on it, they have a nearly 50-50 weight balance because rather than having a standard like engine to transmission thing, they have the engine in the front, but then a trans axle in the back, which a trans axle is basically you take the rear differential and you put the transmission right in there. Yeah. And so then you have one big long drive shaft connecting the two. And that obviously helps with weight because now you're putting more weight on the back, which is good when it comes to like taking corners at good speeds. If you are a car guy at all, obviously you know about the Nürburgring, the Nordschleifer. Ford is targeting a sub 7 minute time on the Nürburgring, which is fucking bonkers for a car like this, right? That's going to be a high mark to breach. And another way they've gotten the weight down to a perfect balance is like everything but the doors and the door rails, I believe, are all made out of carbon fiber.
Oh, nice.
And then it has it doesn't have a trunk, so you can't go buy groceries in this, right? And obviously it just has two front seats that have back seats. Doesn't have a trunk because in the trunk they have semi-active suspension, which is like what Indy cars have. They have dampers that help with the suspension and stuff, and you can adjust. So you can push the button and it will, like in the track mode, and it will lower the car by 40 millimeters to help get it lower to the ground, which is obviously better for driving around a racetrack fast. And then the other thing it has is a dry sump oil system, which means it's not, your standard dry, your standard engine. You have the oil pan at the bottom where all the oil sits, and that's where the oil pump is, and then as the bearings are spinning, they kind of dip into the oil, and that's how the bearings help stay lubricated too, right? Well, in a dry sump, you obviously still have a pan because you need to catch the oil when it falls off the bearings out of the crankshaft. But rather than having all the oil collect there, it goes somewhere else into a separate tank and then pumped into the engine that way, because that helps with when you take corners at high speeds, and the G loads will actually make the oil go to one side of the engine. Well, now you're starving this other side of the engine with oil. It's not getting any oil, right? Now you're doing damage to the engine. And when you're spinning 7,000 RPM, it doesn't take long to do a lot of damage to an engine. And then it has a bunch of other stuff on it. Like you can get a fucking titanium exhaust on it. Fantastic. A big ass rear wing on it to help with downforce, forged carbon ceramic brakes. So it'll be able to stop like unbelievably quick, massive fucking tires on it and shit. And it's just like, hell yeah, Ford's taking, the government's trying to crack down on fuel mileage and shit. It's like, Ford's like, no, we know motherfuckers like muscle cars. We're making fucking muscle cars. We don't give a goddamn what your EPA standards are. People want fast cars. We're going to make fast cars. We're going to make bitchin' cars. I'm like, hell yes. This is why I love Ford. They just don't fucking care. So I see this. I'm like, oh man, hell yeah. This is like, because I wanted a Shelby GT500. I just didn't have $100,000 to drop on one, right? Well, this comes out. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this will just be, I'll just have to save my money up for this. Let's see how much this is going to be. Ford, they haven't come out with the price yet, but they're targeting about just a measly $350,000 for the car.
Holy fucking shit.
So just a little bit of money for a Mustang. And so I see that, I'm like, I guess I'll just have to stick with the Mustang Dark Horse with the naturally aspirated Coyote engine, still pumping out 500 horsepower. But oh man. Okay, well, you think that's a good bit amount of money. For granted, it's only a Mustang. Granted, it has some steroids on it, but it's just a Mustang, right?
Yeah.
Bugatti. Obviously, Bugatti, known as basically one of the best hypercar manufacturers in the world, right? They do some bonker shit. Bugatti is coming out with their first car since the Chiron, I think it's called. And I think that came out in like 2009 or something like that. It's been a while since Bugatti's come out with a new car.
2016, actually.
2016 only?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was... they might have announced the Chiron in like 2009. Well, regardless, it's been a while since Bugatti has come out with a new car, right? So they're coming out with this new hypercar, and it's going to be a hybrid, so it's going to have an electric motor on it and stuff. It'll be able to go 250 miles an hour or faster than 250 miles an hour, have 1,800 horsepower, and a bunch of other shit on it, right? I mean, just absolutely bitchin' stuff, right? I mean, the world record was set by a Chiron. No, the Chiron came out. Oh, I'm sorry, the Veyron. Yeah, the Chiron holds the record of production cars at like 300 and something miles an hour. I mean, just fucking ridiculous shit, right? So Bugatti is coming out with this. It's going to have, let's just give you some, like I said, so it's going to have 1,800 horsepower. It's got, it has a V16 engine. Hell yes, man. That is bitchin'. V16? Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah. Fucking 8.3 liter naturally aspirated V16. Fucking yes.
Holy
Not even turbos
shit.
on that shit, right? And then it's also got 3 electric motors, 2 mounted on the front axle and one on the rear. The combustion engine will be a V16 and 8.3 liters will put out 1,000 horsepower. And then the electric motors will be the other 8. It's going to have an 8-speed dual clutch gearbox. And despite the enormous engine size, the size of Dillon's mom, it's only going to weigh 252 kilograms. Now, Dillon, do me a favor. I believe a pound or 1 kilogram is about 2.26 pounds.
All right.
You might want to fact check me on that. I think that's right.
How much?
Just do a kilogram to pounds. Just do a kilogram to pounds converter. It was 252 kilograms, which if I'm guessing that's probably only like 650 pounds.
250 kilograms?
252 kilograms.
252 kilograms. 555.
550 pounds. Okay. That's for that big of a motor and only weigh that much. Man, that's a lot of fucking magnesium in that shit, man. Holy Christ. And in fact, the whole car comes in at less than 2 metric tons, which a metric ton is, I don't know the math on that. It's too much work for me. Which, I mean, is not light, but for as big as a car is, as big as the motor is, it's like, god damn.
Dude.
It's got all-wheel drive, obviously, with the electric motors on the front, which is nice, so you won't fucking, like, breathe on the gas pedal and spin out. And for whatever reason, they decided to do, it's going to be called the Tourbillon. The Tourbillon? I don't know.
Yeah, Tourbillon.
Tourbillon. You can go in all-electric mode and get about 40 miles. Question.
Hell yeah!
Question, if you're buying this fucking car, you are not driving it in electric mode. Oh, I'm doing it to save money on gas. Save money. This car is going to be $4 million, and you're worried about saving a few dollars on gas? Kiss my ass, fucker. Kiss my ass. Oh my God. It's claimed to do 0 to 62 miles per hour, so 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just about 2 seconds. 124
Whoa!
in less than 5. Get to 186 miles an hour, which is 300 kilometers per hour in about 10 seconds. And then around 248 miles an hour in 25 seconds. And then its top speed is limited to 277 miles an hour. God damn.
Dude.
Fucking A, man.
This vehicle's low weight is further achieved through 3D printing.
Oh, yeah, the whole car is going to be like 3D printed. Or not the whole car, but like,
shit.
yeah, a lot of the cars going to be 3D printed. But the coolest thing, I think, is the fucking steering wheel, right? So it doesn't have your traditional, like, dash cluster. The dash is going to be made out of more than 600 parts using titanium, sapphire, and rubies, and remain fixed in place around the steering wheel console. So the steering wheel will turn around the cluster on the console.
God damn.
I mean, it looks pretty fucking cool, right? And it just
if I ever win the lottery, I don't think I'll tell anybody, but there'll be signs.
There'll be signs. Yeah, Dylan's rolling up in a fucking tourbillon. Like, yeah.
Yeah, fucking show up to your house. She's like, yo, I'm here, bitch.
Yeah, like, I'm here. Dylan, how'd you get this car? Oh, it's on rental. Really? You got it from Enterprise? Yeah, man. Sweet deal on Enterprise. Okay. You say so. I'm just like, hell yes, man. This is what the world needs. None of this bullshit electric cars. We need good old-fashioned internal combustion engines that just kick ass. And you can supply it with a hybrid motor, that's fine. But no, I want some good old-fashioned, in this case, V16 power. Fucking
Holy
yes.
Shit, dude.
That's what this world needs, is more V16s.
0 to 62, 2 seconds. 0 to 124, a little over, greater than 5 seconds, it says. 0 to 186 is a little over 10 seconds. Holy
I would
shit,
like to know
dude.
I would like to know what would the G loads be on
Dude,
that.
Fucking A.
I mean, that's where you take them girls with like fucking the most cleavage in the world, and you take them in that shit, right? So then they're fucking.
I see what you mean by the steering wheel.
Yeah, dude, it looks cool as fuck.
That is kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of hard to explain. Like the gauges are actually on the steering wheel column.
Yeah.
Right. So like when you're driving, the steering wheel, the spokes of the wheel wouldn't be in the way, so it looks like it's connected to the steering wheel. But when you turn, the wheel turns, but like the center hub of the wheel
there,
where the horn would be, that stays there, which is where the gauges sit above that. It looks really fucking cool. It looks so dumb. It has no practicality on it, but it's bitching. There's zero practicality on it.
Holy shit.
Awesome as fuck.
I'm like on the Bugatti website right now looking at this shit because
me and Dylan are looking at this. Me and Dylan are looking at this stuff and just like, yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Holy Christ, we need to start playing the Powerball.
Dude, the fucking gears in the steering column.
Gears in the steering column?
Yeah, there's like little gears. You can see it like clicking back. When it's like, dude, that is so fucking cool, dude.
It is real trap shit. Real trap shit. Love it. So speaking of cars, so the last it's been on my bucket list. But it's just been hard because what I want to do, I wasn't quite old enough for it to work out. I know it's like, go to a strip club. No, pricks. I wanted to go down to the Daytona 500, but not just the Daytona 500, all of Speed Weeks, right? Which is about 5 days worth of stuff in Daytona. Well, if I'm going to go down for basically a whole week, I'm not going to live in a hotel for a week, right? I would, especially in Florida, rather get a condo. Well, to get a condo, you have to be 25 years old to rent a condo. So
that's fucking lame.
What? It's the same thing with rental cars. Like you can rent rental cars younger than 25, but they ding you with they ding you. It's retarded. So, but also too, it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to do it, I need to get, a good amount of time off. It's not going to be cheap, obviously, to do that, to rent a condo for a week or whatever, and then buy tickets to the 500 and stuff. And then got to get a rental car, got to get flight, tickets down there to fly and stuff. So, well, finally, so my mom and her friend were already going to go down to Florida and stay at like Fort Lauderdale area or something like that for a week. Well, I'm like, well, I really want to go to the 500. And that's like a really cool thing to go to. So we got a condo, or we started looking at tickets, and you can get 4-day tickets for the 500, which is Thursday, which is for the duels. I'm not going to go into everything explaining it. Friday is the Craftsman Truck Series race. Saturday is the Xfinity Series race. And then Sunday is obviously the Daytona 500, the Cup race. Well, altogether, the 4-day packages where I want to sit, which obviously racetracks is the only thing where it's the opposite. Normally, at every sporting event, the lower you sit, the closer to the field of play, it gets more expensive. Racing's the opposite. The farther away you sit, the more expensive it gets. Because obviously, if you're at a big track, you want to sit higher so you can see the track, right? So if you sit up at the upper deck, or whatever you want to call it, basically as high as you can go at Daytona, the 4-day package is like just a measly $610. Okay. Good chunk of change, right? That's just for one ticket, one person for them 4 days. Okay. It's pretty, so that's expensive, but it is a marquee event. It's like the Super Bowl. You're not going to get fucking tickets to the Super Bowl for $20. It's not going to happen. Got to kind of know going into that. So we're trying to figure out who's all going to go, because we got to figure out, because the Daytona 500 does sell out. And obviously the good seats are going to go sooner than the fucking, bad seats, right?
Yeah.
So we got to figure out, okay, who's all going and shit. Well, we finally, we found a condo that wasn't stupid expensive per night, and we actually have it for 2 weeks. I got a rental car. I got a Mustang that is, my mother is going to rent a Mustang. Convertible for like $50 a day. Thank you, Enterprise. You guys are fucking legends. And so that's going to be rented for like a week and a half. And then I was able to find tickets from Grand Rapids down to Orlando for $112 on Southwest. Bitching, right? Mm-hmm. I just got to figure out how I'm going to get from Orlando to Daytona Beach. We finally pulled the trigger and stuff, dude, and I cannot fucking wait. Like, we finally figured out, okay, this is all who's going. This is how many tickets we need. Bought the tickets today. Everything's fucking bought now. Or at least, either reserved or been paid for, right? Tickets have been bought. The airline ticket has been bought. The condo's reserved. The rental car's reserved. Ready to fucking go. I put in my time off request on Friday, dude. February cannot come soon enough. I'm fucking...
Let's go!
Dude, I'm fucking ready. It is... It's been on my bucket list for a long time to go to the 500. And there's other races, too, I want to go to, but I am fucking ready. I'm ready. If I could sleep in right now and wake up tomorrow and it would be February 8th, I'd fucking do that shit in a heartbeat. I don't even care. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Give me that shit. I want to do that. Well, okay, let's ask you, Dylan. What's on your bucket list of places you want to go? Like sporting events you'd like to go see? Obviously, I'm sure
Ford
the Super Bowl's on that one. Well, but like Ford Field is not that unattainable. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be
$10,000 for a package for the Super Bowl is kind of expensive.
Yeah, that's pretty unattainable for the average Joe person, call it. But like, go just a game at Ford Field. I mean, yeah, that'd be sure you could call it on your bucket list, but that's not unattainable. That's just you've been a cheap bastard and haven't shelled out the money $100 or $200 a ticket to go watch a game at Ford Field.
$250 a ticket.
Yeah, whatever. But that's not. It's not like it's something that only happens once a year, like the Daytona 500. You have to get all your ducks in a row, and you only have one chance every year to get it right. Same thing with the Super Bowl. With the Ford Field, you have either 8 or 9 home games every year, so you have time. Okay, other than that, what are like other things that you would be like, that'd be really fucking cool to go to, or you'd love to go to?
Damn. I don't really know. Like, I guess like different racetracks where you can like pay to like drive like Lamborghinis and shit, and just fucking fucking. What else? Man, I don't really know. Like, football is like my main. I would like to go to a Stanley Cup game. That'd be nice.
That's on my. I'd love to go to I'd love to go to a Stanley Cup Finals game, but just overall, I'd love to go to a playoff game for the Red Wings. I'd love to go to that. But I know like right now that's a little bit more that's a lot more unattainable than even the Daytona 500 because obviously, well, first of all, the Red Wings have to make the playoffs, and second of all, once they do make the playoffs, it's going to be stupid expensive because people are like, holy shit, it's going to be the first time we made the playoffs in 10 years. Yes, I'll pay $5,000 for a ticket, right? Just to watch your asses get whooped by like the fucking Rangers or some shit. So that's going to be harder until like Detroit consistently starts making the playoffs. Then kind of like it'll kind of die down because people are like, well, yeah, we kind of expect to make the playoffs, right? And so people, rather than just blowing their wad on going to like a first round game, they might save their money like, well, no, we have a chance to make the finals. Well, rather than go to a first round, I'm going to save my money and see if I can get tickets to the finals, right? So I would love to do that. Most of my stuff is actually racetracks. I like obviously the Daytona 500 is one. I'd love to go to the Indy 500. That is on my bucket list. I'd love to go to the Indianapolis 500. Another one is the Southern 500, which is in Darlington, another NASCAR race. It's ran on Labor Day weekend. That's not so much for the race. That's just because of the racetrack. Darlington is a really historic racetrack. And obviously same thing with Indianapolis. You know, it's one of the oldest racetracks in the world, if not the oldest. I mean, I think the Super Bowl would be fun, but it's not really like something where it's like I would die to go because it's just like, I mean, other than, the hoopla, the happenings going on around it, I mean, it's really no different than a normal football game. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess you can make the argument for like the Stanley Cup playoffs, but I don't know. I think it's just a little different because of how unattainable the Super Bowl is for most folk.
I think I want to go to at least one NFL game every year. Or not like every year, sorry. Just 1 year where I go to every NFL stadium. 32 stadiums.
So not necessarily, obviously not go to a
game.
Obviously not go to a game in all 32 stadiums in 1 year because
at least one game.
That's some logistics nightmare, man. That's going to be so fucking hard. I don't even know if that would be possible because the schedule would have to be just right between Thursdays and Monday nights games and also where those teams are playing and where you're going to be in the country. You know what I mean?
And then to top it all off, to go to the Super Bowl. And I want to be able to get a jersey from each stadium.
Well, you could just cheat and just buy one online. Yeah, I went to Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, how do you know? I bought a jersey. Dillon, this says from the NFL store. No, I bought it from Dillon. It's my story. It's my story. I went there and I bought it at the team store. It's like 2 years ago. Dillon, the place is still under construction. I bought it at the team store. All right.
All right, you retard.
All right, fine. Whatever you say, pot liquor.
So, yeah, I think that would be... It's impossible, but that's like if I ever won the lottery, that I have enough time to do that shit.
I think that's something that sounds good on paper, but once you get like halfway through it, you're going to be like, oh my God, that's going to be a slog, man. I mean, just think, because you are going to be bouncing around so much. I mean, like, at least on the East Coast, a lot of the teams are close. So you can kind of like just hit them like, boom, 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 real quick. Yeah. Especially if they fall right to where you can hit one like, say, Thursday night, in New England, and then, a Sunday night game at, MetLife, field for either the Jets or the Giants, and then the Ravens play Monday night or something like that, and then Thursday night you have another game at MetLife for the other team that you didn't see, or something like that. I think would be, but like once you get on the West Coast, that's going to be a lot harder because now you're going to have to do a lot more jaunts between games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, between Vegas and like San Francisco, or Vegas and the Chargers / Rams and LA. And then you have obviously the two Texas teams, and then you have the Mariners, wrong sports, dumbass, the Seahawks way up in Seattle, right? And you got the Vikings kind of on their own island in Minnesota. Same thing with Kansas City. They're kind of on their own island in the middle of the state, or middle of the country rather. So versus on the East Coast, it'd be a lot easier. I think you'd want to start on the East Coast while the weather's nicer and then end on the West Coast, right? Because I would not want to go to a game at fucking MetLife or Lambeau Field in January or for December. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. No way in hell. Freeze my dick off? No thanks. For a team I don't even like? No thanks. No thanks. I'm good. I just die. Dylan, what's the dumbest question you think you've ever heard?
What's your gender? No, I'm playing. Man, the dumbest question I've ever heard. Like anytime like someone does something stupid and then someone goes, "Are we allowed to do that?" Yeah, we are. You fucking idiot. Yeah. For example, let's say mounting up a fucking unit for my work, right? 600 or 700.
Yeah.
And it's like tipped to one side all the way down. It's almost flipped up. And they go, "Is it supposed to do that?" I don't know. You fucking tell me. Do you think it's supposed to look like that? Like fucking A, dude. Any like common, like you can use common sense for that type of shit.
All right. So I think I can top this. So an ex-Disney employee has revealed the dumbest guest question they have ever heard, or probably ever. So someone on TikTok posed a question: what's the dumbest thing a guest has asked you while working at Disney? This person who is obviously prevalent on TikTok. And a user who worked in bell services, so someone who like works in like the resorts and like the front desk or something like that, had what they claimed was a 100% true yet bizarre story to share. So she had a guest who had been checked in for quite a few hours at this point, right? Okay. Came up to her to inform them that their luggage hadn't arrived in their room. Now, you know, there's like services. If you want the high dollar services from Disney, they'll like, you know, they'll take the luggage up to your room. They'll like, you can get like a limousine from the airport to Disney. So it's like, oh, well, you know, if you hear about the surface, you're like, oh, well, that's kind of weird. Why hasn't your luggage arrived? Right. And they said that they've used a Disney magical. They used Disney's Magical Express service, which their Magical Express service was bus transportation from Walt Disney World to Orlando, or vice versa, Orlando Airport to Walt Disney World, which Disney discontinued at the end of 2021. Well, now when I first saw this, I'm like, did the dumbasses leave their fucking luggage in the bottom of the bus, right? Thinking that it was going to be brought to the room and they left it underneath the bus, right? Well, after tracking down the luggage and failing to find it anywhere in their computer system, the resort employees asked the guests where they left their luggage. Dylan, where do you think they left their luggage?
In their car.
Now, the people assumed that the magical bus service that goes all around the world and picks people up and their stuff and sends them to Disney World. So the family left their luggage on their front porch at home.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
Because they thought the service was magical and that it would come by and pick it up and take it to their room.
Oh my God.
How can you be so stupid? Like, here, we're going to drive ourselves to the airport, but this magical service that we paid for is going to come separately and take our luggage down separately to Disney World from fucking Fairbanks, Alaska, or wherever the fuck we're from, right? But we're going to find our own way down there.
What? Absolute smooth brains. Holy shit.
That is, I hope they don't have kids, because if they're this dumb, the kids are only going to be dumber. Oh my God. I can't even comprehend the thought that you would think that Disney World would travel their asses up to wherever the fuck you live to pick up your fucking luggage and then take it down to Disney World where you're staying, but not take you, only take your luggage. What? So your luggage is more important than taking you? What? Is that so they can
Fucking
ransack it and pull out your panties and shit? It's called the Panty Raid.
The panty
My
raid.
God. I can't even comprehend that, man. And that's something where it's like, if you were the person, you wouldn't even laugh. That's just like, are you for real? Like, that's sad. Like, that is just sad. Like, you'd almost feel bad for them for being that dumb, but then realize they are that dumb. And then the best thing to do for them is just and do the rest of the world a fucking service.
Just like, sorry, buddy.
Sorry, we can't deal with your shit. Your shit is dumb. We can't deal with it.
Fucking goddamn.
Okay, now, but if you think that's bonkers, I could top that, right? Now, obviously, Secret Service, it's a government agency to protect the president, not just the president, vice president, and high-ranking government officials, right? But obviously, mostly the president of the United States. Well, our wonderful pudding brains of a president, Joe Biden, was in California for some re-election campaign bullshit or whatever. And while there, a Secret Service agent of his was robbed at gunpoint in California.
Oh, nice.
So not only can our Secret Service, we think our Secret Service can handle protecting the president, they can't even protect their own fucking wallets in California. My God.
That is wild.
That is, think of the balls, right? Now I have
you gotta have some mega cojones.
Now,
to go
I
up
have
to a
to-
secret agent. And be
I would
like,
have
"Give
to
me your
imagine
fucking wallet."
the person that robbed him. Obviously, the Secret Service guy might have been like off duty or something like that.
Right.
And so the guy or person who robbed him at gunpoint didn't know he was Secret Service. But if you did, think of the fucking cojones to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go fucking rob from this guy who could literally have me on the ground in literally 0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
But
no
I'm going to go
shit.
fucking rob him at gunpoint. What? They're still looking for the suspect. He has not been found. But obviously, people in California, there's a lot of crime going on. He's probably not high on the priority list. But I saw that and I was like, oh my God, man. That's a bad day. Like, you're a Secret Service guy? Yeah, I just got... So how's it going? Everything was fine until I went off duty. You went out? Yeah, I got robbed. Holy shit. And you're protecting our president? Fuck.
It's like, dude, you all right? You all right, dude?
Yeah. Do you think maybe the guy, he actually took his gun because the Secret Service guy was so baffled that someone was actually robbing him that he's like, someone's robbing me? I'm best of the best. What the fuck? This isn't in the manual. What do I do?
Yeah, like, what do we do if citizens start attacking back?
Is another guy supposed to jump in front of me? And stop what's going on here? This wasn't in the handbook. Regulate. What's the rule? What am I supposed to do here? Oh my God. I just saw that. I was like, fucking hell. And then there's also this. Now, obviously, what's the best way to get away with robbing someone?
Not showing your face.
Oh, so cover your face. Now, what has been prevalent since about 2020?
Face masks.
Face mask, eh? Hey. Now, obviously, face masks, big favorite of the liberals, no doubt there. Okay, what's one of the most liberal cities in the U.S., Dylan?
Los Angeles.
Okay, what's another one?
Seattle.
What's another one?
San Diego.
What's another one?
Let's see.
Think more East Coast.
New York.
There you go, New York City. I was hoping you were going to list that. Like you started to stumble, man. Come on. But New York City is our mayor.
I can hear somebody writing.
Wow, I was crossing off stuff as we talk about it.
Oh, okay.
New York City is now in support of a mask ban to curb crime. Huh. Funny how that works, huh? So you're telling me the people who are all about wearing masks to protect ourselves from COVID, now they're like, yeah, no, don't wear a mask because if you wear a mask, you're a criminal. Okay? That's a hell of a 180, but all right. I'm surprised it took you this fucking long. Only took you 4 fucking years to figure out maybe everyone wearing masks isn't such a great idea when it comes to a crime standpoint. I'm just thinking out loud here. But, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a dumbass in Michigan. And it's not just New York City. It's also Kathy Hochul, who has fucking eyebrows, looks like she's just seen a rat. The governor of New York said she was also considering bringing back a ban on masks interstate to reduce crime. Of course, this is the sad part. Her proposal was obviously rejected on social media from people who are still fearful of the COVID-19 virus.
Bruh.
We are 4 years on from that. And if you are still worried about getting COVID, I can't help you, man.
We're done.
I cannot help you.
With
you
the
are
COVID stuff,
even...
right?
What? What'd you say?
Oh God.
What? Oh. We lost Dillon again. Let's see if he can join back or not. But I can't help if you are still wearing a mask 4 years on from COVID. I cannot fucking help you. Welcome back, dumbass.
Entire time.
Yeah, I could until you finally left and then came back.
Okay, because I think my headphones just gave out. So,
ooh, that sucks.
Well, not give out like as in like every once in a while they'll cut off. And
they're just like, ooh, union break.
Yeah. They're like, it's time for my union mandated lunch, bitch.
Yeah, fuck you. You want to hear porn? Not today. But I say, if you're still in a mask 4 years on from COVID, I can't help you, man. I just can't help you. If you are still worried walking around in public that you are going to catch COVID, dude, even CNN's like, holy fuck, that guy's weird, like out there.
Okay, listen.
That's saying something.
I know this is going to probably piss a lot of people off, but the masks were supposed to do something. Because why else would we... Now, let's take away like the government pushing masks onto us, right? Because in all reality, I hated wearing a mask. I only had to wear okay, I don't work there anymore, so I don't give a fuck. But at one of my old jobs, okay, I worked third shift. We'd have to wear a mask inside during the entire time we were there. Well, it got hot as fucking balls in there, and we were like, yeah, fuck you, and took it off and just had a normal day. And when first shift came in, they'd get pissed off that we weren't wearing our masks. Right? It's like, well, go fuck yourself. It's hot as balls in here. Eat my ass. But the only reason why I bring it up is if you start doubting the actual validity of the masks, then why the fuck are doctors wearing them?
Because the normal mask that people were wearing, like, oh, I made this cloth mask and stuff, out of a fucking like bed sheet. That didn't stop the COVID-19 virus.
Well, obviously not. That's why you wear a fucking medical mask.
But you couldn't, but not just a regular medical mask. You actually had to wear an N95 mask because the virus was that small. Like even a regular like surgical mask, it still go through that like fucking water does through paper.
Oh, okay. So it is like a specific type of mask.
Yeah, you have to have something where the microns are so small it would actually catch it.
Gotcha.
So, but that was the whole thing. Is okay. First of all, the government was forcing it upon us, which pissed half the country off at least. And then second of all, you're trying to push something that like, oh yeah, you can put a bedsheet around your head and it's fine. No, it's not. What's that doing? Except now people sneeze into their mask and then they're fucking breathing that. Oh, genius. Now you're getting yourself re-sick. Awesome.
Yummy.
I love these snot rockets. Yeah, it's the stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
That was the problem with it, but it's like, I mean, like in 2021, once the mask stuff started laying off and people were like still wearing it, it's like, hey, you know what? If you're still worried about it, even like 2022 it was kind of like you'd still see it every once in a while. Somebody would still be wearing a mask. It's like, hey, that makes you feel safer. I mean, it's still kind of a thing, even though in my opinion it wasn't that big of a thing. But okay, whatever. It's 2024. Move the fuck on, man. You cannot live in the past. You are so worried about one thing getting you. Wait till you figure out what the fucking death rate is for just driving in your car.
Dude, we were at Meyer, and we saw a dude. He had a whole on gas mask on, dude.
Oh, I've seen that before. I wonder
I'm like, dude, why are you here then?
I wonder if people do that just to be funny.
I don't know. This dude looked like he lived in his basement. Like he was afraid of people.
Oh, like maybe he is kind of funny. Not like in the ha ha funny, just sounding like the hey little boy, that kind of funny. Yeah.
Not Not funny, haha, funny, weird.
Yeah, funny like, do I need to be put on a list just being in the same room as you?
Do I need to contact this list?
Oh my god. Yeah, I just saw that and I was like, huh, what a total fucking 180 for this place that was like, oh, you need to wear a mask even when you're outside by yourself and the next person is like 50 blocks away. You still need to wear a mask. To now like, yeah, if you wear a mask, you're a fucking criminal. Oh, okay. Wow, what a change.
4 years ago, they were like, wear your mask to protect other people. And then now it's just don't
like,
wear your mask, you fucking criminals. I'll kill you.
Yeah,
shit, all right.
Yeah, it went from wear masks to protect people to wear masks to kill people. Wow, whoa, that's a hell of a leap, my guy. But hey, I agree with you. If people are more willing to or cover up their faces and stuff and just walking around, yeah, it's, you know, why wouldn't you rob someone without showing your face? It's kind of, you know, a good idea. You know what has doesn't quite have the same charm is modern TV shows. And by that, I mean, like, if you watch older TV shows, they just have a different charm to them.
Yeah,
and
racism.
I mean, yes, that is one. But, like, the different stuff that they would do, I mean, even if you look at, like, in the 90s, they would make fun of, like, gay people. Now, if you make fun of gay people, that's like, oh, that's wrong. Shame on you and shit. It's like like a total change in stuff, right? Of that, and it happened pretty quickly. But you know, obviously, probably the one of the more shows you think of is, you know, All in the Family, Archie Bunker. You know, that's definitely was not politically correct, and neither was the Jeffersons. Okay, I'm just gonna point that out right now. Neither was the fucking Jeffersons. All right, but another show that when I went down and saw my grandparents in Florida. My grandfather, he's fucking 82, right? So he kind of watches the older stuff. Well, one of the shows that he was watching is called Hogan's Heroes. And it's a show that's on Freevee, which is like, it's a streaming service through Amazon, but it's free. You don't have to pay for it. You just have to watch ads. And what Hogan's Heroes is, it's a World War II show, but there's 5 main characters that are the prisoners, and they're in a German or a Nazi prison camp. All right. But what's the whole point of the show is that the commandant or the commander of the camp is a fucking dead brain idiot. And so is the guy who is the head of the guards is very gullible and stuff. And so they're actually running an underground scheme to sneak other people out of Germany back to London through their prison camp. But they don't escape themselves because it makes their commander look good. So they keep their commander there because Stalag 13, where they stay, has a 0 escape. You know, there's not been a successful escape out of Stalag 13. And so they're running this under the noses of the Germans. And of course, other German people say, "Oh, you're just making fun of the Germans for being dumb. We're not that stupid." And I'm sitting here like, well, I mean, you guys did believe the shit Hitler said for about 10 years. So I mean, it's not that far of a stretch to think you guys are this dumb. But hey, you know, whatever. But it came around. Sergeant Schultz, who is the head of the guards or whatever, he always comes into their barracks, you know, and does like the barracks special roll call. And one of the other guys, he comes in with all, like, you know, the mail from the stuff, you know, mail for this guy, that guy, whatever. And they got, well, one of the guys, his name is Carter, and he is part Native American. And on there it said, deer who runs swiftly and staunchly through forest. That was his Native American name. Right. And so it came up, and then Sergeant Schultz is like, "Oh, you're a real life Indian, so you do the whole la 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 stuff and like that." I'm like, oh my god. I was like, they would never ever do something like that on TV now. It's just the charm about what they would do back in the 60s when the show was made. They would never put something like that on TV now. And like later in the show, that he's wearing like a little headband with a feather in it and shit. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, could you imagine if like CBS put out a show like that now? Holy fuck, man. Think of the absolute meltdown that Twitter would have. Jesus Christ. I'm like, this is just the charm that old shows have. I mean, stuff that, yeah, it's not politically correct. Is it still funny? Yeah, but Would they do it now? Fuck no. They would never do something like that now. Holy shit. Oh, it's just great. But it's definitely a corny and cheesy show. But it is still it's kind of like like the Austin Powers movie where it's cheesy humor and stuff like that. But it's still funny. Okay, let's go.
Hang on. Sorry. I had something to say. Speaking of like TV shows, I watch Doctor Who because I'm a fucking nerd.
I'm sorry.
Doctor Who's been like around for I don't even like.
Well,
since the 60s.
Isn't that a BBC show or a British show?
Yep. And so Disney just got the streaming rights for it for America. Everywhere else is on BBC iPlayer or whatever it is.
Yeah. So now you can watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Okay. So the last Doctor, they like
no couth.
Changed the whole thing for the Doctor.
What do you mean, like
making him into a girl?
Like, so it's not. So you're not saying that Disney got the streaming rights to just stream old episodes to actually like make their own version of it?
No, it's just BBC makes it.
Oh, okay.
Disney literally just streams it. That's
okay.
it.
Okay.
So, but BBC, because the Doctor can regenerate their cells.
Yeah.
Right, and they're a Time Lord. So, they pretty much changed the history of Doctor Who. Like, oh my god, it's the first female, and everybody wanted to see like a female take on the role because it's different. It's going to be different. Well, Jodie Whittaker, I didn't personally like it just because of the way it was written, not because it was a woman or anything. I could give less of a fuck what it is or who they are, whatever. Right?
Right.
Everybody flipped their shit because the Doctor kissed a dude, and it's like, really, you know how many times the Doctor has kissed anybody? I'm pretty sure he's kissed a fucking lizard. All right, calm the fuck down. All right.
I think
just because he kissed a dude doesn't mean shit. I
think the problem that a lot of people are having is that they are for no reason writing this stuff into shows. Like having that part into the show, like a guy kissing a guy. It's like, why was this in there? What did this do to move along the plot? Besides just to do the whole fucking diversity and equity inclusion.
So that's actually a great question. So in Doctor Who, they actually did it to where like the Doctor was kind of flirty with this guy because
was this when the Doctor was as a woman or a guy?
No, it's the new Doctor.
Okay, so it's the woman.
I forgot
Doctor.
his
woman version of Doctor Who.
No, he's back to a male now.
Okay, I was kind of.
So it was a guy being a guy.
You changed it back and you never said that, so I was like, sorry. Girl kissing a guy. What's the problem? It seems fine to me.
Right. So, but like, it wasn't just to throw it in there. It's just because the Doctor has always like teased about being a little flirt. Like, they'll say like a quip here and there or whatever. It's like, ooh, that was kind of flirty, whatever. Just to add drama to it.
Right.
Well, in this, they made him relate to a character. Like, they were like, oh, you both have tragic backstories, similar backstories, You guys lost your family or you lost the ones that you love. So they kind of bonded over that, and they just end up naturally kissing. It was like, oh, okay, whatever, a smooch here is not going to fucking set the world on fire, but I guess it did. So
it was
everybody's like, the new Doctor Who is woke, and I'm like, it really isn't, but...
So it's kind of in there because of the plot.
Yeah, it was like it just rounded it out. Like,
okay,
it wasn't the plot of the actual episode was these shape shifting people, right? Okay. And the Doctor was helping the dude's name was Rogue. Was helping Rogue because he's like a detective or bounty hunter or whatever. Yeah. And so they just happened to be like they're forced into this thing, and they just happen to get to know each other, and then they just they're like, oh, you're kind of hot, like, I guess, I don't know.
Okay, I get it.
It wasn't forced. It wasn't forced at all.
It's not like when they'll be like working on a scene, and then all of a sudden I'll cut to like some dude giving another guy a blowjob, and it's like, what the fuck does that have to do with first degree murder?
Right, yeah.
Like, what? This is CSI. What does a guy giving another guy a blowjob have to do with anything? What? I think it's kind of the thing. Like, same thing in like Hollywood when they always have, they bring in like a lot of roles and they're making women the lead character when like normally it wasn't normally written for a woman to be the lead character, but when they do make a woman the lead character, it's always like the strong woman thing, and it's just like, but all those storylines you do the strong woman thing, they fucking suck. Right?
Great example for it.
More times than not, they fucking suck.
The new Star Wars trilogy. Oh my god, dude! The 7, 8, and 9. Now 7 wasn't bad. But essentially, Rey was like this all-powerful fucking Jedi, and she didn't know it. And it was just like, is it just because she's a woman, or because she had all this extensive training? Well, I didn't see her training very often, so obviously it's because she's a woman.
It's just because she's a woman, right?
And don't get me wrong, I am all about having strong female leads, right?
But you have to have
but they have to have like a reason to be strong.
Like just having her beat up a guy who is like 6 times the size of her, and she wins. It's like, okay, come on now, let's be fucking real here, all right?
Like Captain Marvel. Now, not necessarily because she's a woman. In Marvel Comics, Carol Danvers takes over the name Captain Marvel. Like, so there's already a female presence to go off of.
Yeah.
So, and she gets her power from an exploding star. Yeah, I hope to God she's fucking strong as shit, because why the fuck would she be?
Yeah, right? Okay, now there's a good reason why. It's not just, oh, well, we need to write it in that way. No,
it's because she fucking could kick your ass.
Yeah, no, she's like fucking Spider-Man. A goddamn Bugatti spider came up, bit his ass, and now he can shoot fucking cumwebs out of his hand, right? Badass, all right? There's a reason why he can swing building to building.
And I know a lot of people were like, oh, I don't know why they're doing all this shit with Marvel, and it's like, they can get away with that because it's Marvel. You can say it's just a different universe. Things are different, which is like, I don't give a fuck who you say. Like, Nick Fury in the comics is whiter than shit. and in the Marvel movies, motherfucking Samuel L. Jackson plays him. Best decision Marvel has ever done. Dude, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, like, motherfuck. And then they cut it off. That's awesome. So.
Yeah, it kind of, but like, it goes to the thing where they put certain people into roles that they're only there because of what they have between their legs or what they don't have between their legs, and then the color of their skin.
Yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily based on the merit, like, oh, he's a really good actor, that's why he has this role. No, it's because, oh, well, we need a black person on this film so we can get extra grants from the government for being DIE, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Which I honestly think that's bullshit.
The dude sucks. A fucking apple can act better than his ass.
I don't even think it's that. Like, if they're a good actor, but they're just, like, on there because of the skin color, I think that's such fucking bullshit, dude.
Sounds like, racist to me that you're picking someone just because of skin color. But that's just me.
Like, that's the good thing about, like, comic book movies, is that you can introduce a new character with whatever you want. You just, like, this is the issue that I have. Like, I don't care, like, whatever comic book, whatever. But the main storylines, like Batman, Bruce Wayne, is always a white dude with blue eyes, dark hair. Every single time, usually blue eyes. I should say just a white dude with black hair. Every time. Like, there has been no difference except in the comics in a multiverse setting. And it's only in a multiverse setting. But, like, if you were to come up with, for example, a new character, the Signal, he's a black teenager. But he's his own character. He's not based off of anybody else. And I think that gives more power to whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes it more interesting. Like, oh, a rehashed character, whatever. Let's make Superman black. Why? He hasn't been black before. But if you go, oh, well, on this world, it's different. He just happens to be black instead of white. And I'm like, okay, cool. But the main continuity of Kal-El is a white guy.
But if you're going to do that, make the story good. Don't make the story based around just because they're black or just because they're a woman. That's not going to make a good story. I take, for example, like you said, the 3 Star Wars movies, 7, 8, 9. Fucking terrible. God awful. All right? And then some of the Marvel movies lately have been not that great.
That's not based on that's based on fucking writing issues.
But that's what I'm saying. It's shitty writing. It's like you can have all this stuff on here, but you have to write good stuff. You can't just throw it in and then be like, yeah, we are inclusive and shit.
But so
what the fuck's this guy have to do with anything with the plot? You just put him in here just to get that mark.
Yeah. Another thing that irritated the shit out of me was She-Hulk. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you haven't watched that.
No, but I know it's
Do you think it'd be woke? It's not. I watched it. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was terrible. It was cool when Jen turned into She-Hulk, but I was just like, okay, that's, dope. And then Daredevil showed up, and I thought that was pretty cool. Spoilers if you didn't know, by the way, you fuckers. It's been out for 2 years. Watch it anyway.
Trust me, the movie's bad. I don't think anyone's dying to see it.
It's not a movie, it's a TV show.
Whatever. I don't think anyone's dying to see it.
But one thing that pissed me off was this new wokeness level got the Hulk. And it's no, it didn't. Colton, if you get hit, right? Let's say you're a superpower being that can pretty much crush anything between your hands, right? Let's say your cousin, need I mind you, it's family now. Your cousin steals your Jeep. Are you going to fucking manhandle that Jeep and destroy it? Or are you going to be kind of soft with it? Because it's your fucking Jeep.
If it's my Jeep, I'm not going to be I'm not going to fucking rip it apart, right?
Yeah. So that was one of the arguments is well, Hawk is just being too soft and shit like that. I'm like, no, he isn't. He literally chucked a fucking boulder out of Earth's atmosphere. Don't tell me he's being soft, all right? He's fucking just showing Jen how it is. But, yeah, that kind of shit pissed me off. I was like, I didn't really see any wokeness to it. I was just like, it's supposed to be a female lead anyways, because it's She-Hulk. The whole fucking point of it is She-Hulk.
But it was poorly done.
Yeah, it was just poorly written.
It was very poorly done.
God fucking damn
it's
dude.
They were just having the female lead the movie, rather than actually putting good writing behind it.
Yeah, it was just oh, look at this girl. She can turn into a Hulk. And she's not as strong as Hulk, but she is strong. And it's yeah, I fucking get it. How about you make a good fucking story?
Yeah, now entertain me for 2 hours.
Fucking
Don't just fucking cram it down my throat that women are just as good as men. I got that part, but now entertain me for 2 hours, okay? I understand the whole point in the first 5 minutes. But if you're just going to put that shit on repeat, I'm out of here, all right?
But a good point, there are some things that send good messages. Jen was bragging about oh yeah, I'm always in control of my emotions and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. That's whatever, But it sends a good message about the differences between men and women. Women have strengths that men don't. And I think we've gone over this before, but men have women, or men have women, yeah, and women have men. But women have strengths that men don't, and men have strengths that women don't. It's just how it is. You're in no perfect world are you going to be equal to one another. You can be equal in pay. You can be equal in how you're treated. You can be equal, but in a biological sense, men are going to be stronger. Women are going to be smaller. It's just how it is. Now you do get exceptions, but exceptions don't break the rule. And so as I've been told, I guess. Okay, if you got a 6 foot a 6'8" Dommy mommy over there, yeah, she could probably whoop my ass because I'm a foot shorter than her. So, but in the overall sense,
right?
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just wish that I think other people just need to be like more lenient about like you can joke around and you can make some like on the edge jokes, all right? Like, and you shouldn't be able to get offended because it's a fucking joke at the end of the day. You know how many times I get fucking fat shamed? Or fat shamed as you guys would call it. No. I get told fat jokes all the time. It's fucking hilarious to me. I don't know why. I laugh with them at me because it's just funny.
Especially when when you're wearing a Godsmack shirt.
It was a Shinedown shirt, motherfucker.
What the
God
fuck?
Damn it! God damn it, Colton!
I don't even
remember.
We've
been over this.
I don't even remember saying it. All right, you really expect me to get the goddamn facts about it right?
It's about to get heavy. I think
it already has.
Is. Damn,
my boy,
that such a good roast. No, so my coworker Michael, as you all have come to know him, it was funny because he looks at me and like I had shot a box of an empty little box of gloves into the trash, but it bounced off and came back at me. And he's like, "If I tell you a joke, you're gonna get offended." And I stopped him right there. I'm like, "What, are you gonna say that I have my own gravitational orbit or something?" And he's like, "How'd you know?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm fat." What? Yeah, I know these jokes. I know when.
And that's why. And then Dylan's like, "That's why all the bitches are drawn to me."
Absolutely not.
Dylan has reverse gravitational pull. All the bitches go the other way.
I'm like I'm like the same magnet side to them.
Yeah, right. North to north or south to south. Same polar side, not polar opposites.
Except for Brianna, I do attract her. Hang on, let me ask her. She's awake. Hey, do I attract you, Brianna? Are you attracted to me? She said it very like, yeah, dumbass. She's like, yeah, fucking idiot.
Sure not here for that dick.
Sure not here for that shrimp you got between your legs.
Yeah, that 2-inch Punisher. All right, Dylan. What's your banger of the week before we go into your facts of the week?
Banger of the week is Post Malone. I know, a Post Malone song. I Had Some Help.
Killing Yourself?
Shut the fuck up. It's a good song. Eat my ass. Sorry, I've been holding that one in for...
Shut up, bitch!
What's your banger of the week?
Mine's Twisted Transistor.
It sucks! No, I'm playing. Sorry, go ahead.
It's Twisted Transistor by Korn.
It sucks because I hate corn.
Well, I hate it when I don't eat corn, but it ends up in the toilet. But I'm talking about the band Korn in this case.
Case of corn right here. So what kind of corn are we talking about? Corn on the cob? Corn can?
No, the corn in the bottom of the toilet. Corn Report.
Corn Hub.
That's right. You know? All right, what are we up to for facts on states?
So, of course, as Colton just mentioned it, you son of a bitch. We've been doing the 50 facts about the 50 states. Obviously, a fact for each state. We're up to, if I'm not mistaken, Minnesota and MISSISSIPPI, Mississippi. We did Michigan and Massachusetts the last time. Shout out Michigan, fuckers. And so Minnesota, this land of. Oh no, we did.
Minnesota we did do Minnesota and Mississippi. So we're after Mississippi.
So okay,
man. If only Dylan would write this shit down.
If only. So we're on Missouri and Montana.
That sounds about right.
Thanks to St. Louis and snacks popularized at the 1904 World's Fair, Americans can now throw back giant quantities of Dr. Pepper, cotton candy, iced tea, waffle cones, and frankfurters Sounds pretty spectacular, but did Missouri make the list? What the fuck?
The fuck fact is this?
Exactly.
What's the
Oh,
fact?
thanks to St. Louis and snacks popularized at the 1904 World's Fair. So it was Dr. Pepper, cotton candy, iced tea, and waffle cones, and Frankfurters all got popularized there. So that then became mainstead part of America's fucking shitty ass diet.
especially
Why do you think we're fat?
Especially the Dr. Pepper part. Jesus Christ.
Dude, Dr. Pepper slaps.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it does.
Slaps shit. Pour that shit right out.
You were actually going to piss me off.
Coke is the best. I don't give a goddamn.
Oh, no, fuck you. You little fucking basic white bitch. Coke
Basic
is
white
better.
bitch.
Coke
No.
is better.
Coke is
Oh, you
the
like
best.
cock in your mouth, huh?
No, I like cocaine in my nose, but yes, I like to also drink it too.
Oh, you like to drink cock? I like cock.
Yeah, you like pedos because you like Pepsi.
I actually don't like Pepsi. Peppy. Peppy is nasty. No, I don't mind Pepsi. It depends. I'd rather, okay, I know what I just said, but I'd rather take cherry Coke over cherry Pepsi. Unless I'm mixing it with a drink, and then I will take cherry Pepsi over cherry Coke because it's smoother.
Pepsi sucks ass. Coke's the way to go.
Oh my God, you're gonna. Actually, I like Dr. Pibb. Fuck you.
Yeah, if Dr. Pepper and Pepsi had a kid, Dr. Pibb.
I am all about that RC Cola. Fuck you.
Well, I actually, there was a guy who used to work where I work. He actually would drink a 2 liter of RC every day. I'm like, dude, you got to be single-handedly keeping that motherfucking place in business.
Yeah, no.
So
did my fucking cousin Tim, dude. He fucking loves that shit.
Dude, I have never seen at Meijer someone having a thing of RC Cola in their cart. Not once. Not once have I seen that. I don't know who the fuck's drinking RC Cola, but it sure ain't me. The only thing RC I'm drinking is the backwards of it when I'm looking into a mirror.
I think it's fucking hilarious that 7-Up owns it, but they also own Dr. fucking Pepper.
Well, it's I think it's I don't know what it's like Dr. Pepper 7-Up or something like that. But
yeah.
It's like
it's Dr. Pepper Keurig.
Yeah, so it's like the Frito-Lay thing, you know.
Yeah. So Montana, the temperature in Loma once climbed from negative 54 degrees to 49 degrees within 24 hours. The largest one-day hike ever recorded.
Dude,
holy shit.
I remember this
story. You could fucking explode, dude.
Dude, think of the poor fucking wild animals. They're like, holy shit, I've got this big-ass winter coat on me, and like 5 hours later, right, they're fucking on fire because they're fucking dying.
Well, like, so, for example, the reason why I say you could explode, I don't know if you could. I don't know if that big of a degree difference really matters. But, like, if you go down to Kentucky and you go into the caves, the Mammoth Caves, they have cave crickets in there. They're pretty much fucking blind spiders. All right, so if you don't like spiders, don't go down there. But they can climb. They'll like fall onto you and shit because you're like brushing up against them or whatever.
Right.
Well, if you walk outside with them, because of the temperature difference, they fucking explode. They'll just die.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So, it's like, oh, great. Now I got fucking...
Do you think before they explode, they yell, Allahu Akbar?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, mine's a racist.
Mine's a racist.
Yeah, mine's a racist. Kill all the Jews. Holy shit, what'd he say?
Whoa.
Hell Hitler. Goddamn.
So
I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, like Denver went from like 88 degrees one day to 33 and a foot of snow the next. It was like, holy shit.
Cried.
You went from running the AC balls out to running the furnace in like 12 hours. Holy shit.
No, you went from sunshine, lollipop sand to hello darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, like winter said, I'm here now. Here's all my wrath in 5 minutes. Why? Because
get a tasty lick of my nuts.
Yeah, you hear that noise? That's the ball slapping that back of your ass from winter.
Fucking you. Hey, Winter, next time, how about you take me out to dinner before I get fucked?
Fuck.
Huh?
Yeah, no shit.
Motherfucker.
It
Motherfucker.
do be like that sometimes. Like in April, like March, and like here in Michigan, March, mostly by beginning to mid March, most of winter is gone unless we like had like a lot of snow and like a really bad winter.
Yeah.
But even up until April, you're still gonna have that one time where it's like winter's last gasp, where you're still just gonna get a little bit of snow, just for winter to just knock you and say, "Hey, don't forget, 6 months, I'm gonna return. Don't forget, I'm not gone forever. Just keeping to remind you.
Like, hi, what's up?
You're gonna have fun.
It's
Here's
like
your
that
fun."
one friend that keeps poking you on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, God damn it.
And here's
Just
a way
leave
to
me alone.
ruin everyone's summer. We are officially now, the days are getting shorter and shorter every day. And
Awesome.
I have just pissed everyone off.
Hey guys, I want to leave you with something. Just remember that Friday is just one day closer to Monday. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Dylan. Fuck you, Michael. Go hit and run someone else. Before you hit and run my dreams like that, dick.
You know what? I know what we're gonna call it. The one. So it wasn't Michael who said that. It was the Coke guy.
Don't care. Coke guy.
Yeah.
Snot
yeah,
rocket man.
yeah.
Snot rocket guy.
If you want to know what that means, go listen to our other podcast on Patreon.
Oh. All right, let's do a little bit of Dylan's favorite segment, so you can get new content to watch.
There's the pie.
Since Brianna's on her special time, so Dylan needs to pleasure himself in other ways. First porn star thotty on the list is Savannah 6 with 2 X's. 25 years old, being born on June 22nd, 1999. An American from SoCal, Los Angeles, California. She started in porn at the age of 2019. With a set of 32 C's on her 5'5" stature, you can hitchhike to the sky to her nearly 150 credited films, such as Dirty Little Mermaids, Getting Groovy Down South, Dylan's personal favorite, Barely Legal 169, 69 My Stepsister.
Oh yeah, scissor.
And Raven-Haired Rod Lover.
What the fuck? Raven-haired Rod Lover?
I don't know what the fuck raven-haired means. I got Rod Lover
like
figured.
black
I got Rod Lover figured out. She likes to fish, but I'm still hung up on the. I'm still hung up on the raven-haired part. Second thotty on the list is Lumi Ray, 27 years old, being born on June 23rd, 1997. An American, also from California, but this time Newport Beach, California. Starting in porn in 2021 at the age of 24, and having a 5'5" figure with 5'3" figure with 36 C's. You can play tug of war with the Cyclops to work her over 100 credited films, such as Punishment for Peeping, First
What
3
the
Rows
fuck?
Will Get Wet,
Okay.
Squirt Fest 2, and Brianna's favorite, Sneaky Cream Sniper.
What the fuck?
Last hoochie mama on the list is Maya Wolf, 28 years old, celebrating her birthday on June 21st after being born in 1996. An American also, don't know where she's from, but an American at least. Starting in the age of 24 in 2020 in porn. 5'3" with 32 bitches. You can tickle your pickle to her over 250 credited films, such as Wank From Home, which I'm assuming had to have been one of her first films if she started in 2020.
Blank from home.
The ever personal favorite around the holidays, Twat the Night Before Christmas.
What the fuck?
College slut gets anal dildo for dinner.
Okay.
And the meth head's personal favorite, Squirt Squad 4.
Squirt Squad 4.
So happy birthday to those ladies.
Johnson, send in the Squirt Squad.
Oh, here's my kill streak. A dildo for dinner. Oh my god.
It's that fucking satellite from Austin Powers.
Dude, I love that. It looks like a giant Johnson. Welcome to my new submarine evil lair. It's long and hard and full of semen. Oh my god. All right, Dylan, before we wrap this up, we got to give out our awards for Functional Idiot of the Week.
Functional Idiots of the Week. I did the whole Chinese military.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
The reason why, so a Chinese military buff, right? Now, I did read this a while back, but inadvertently bought 4 books of guess what for under $1, Colton.
So, a high-ranking Chinese official, correct?
Yep.
Bought 4 books for $1.
Well, it wasn't even a high-ranking Chinese official, just some dude that likes just the military history of China.
Oh, okay.
In
okay.
China, of course.
Gotcha. Okay, so he bought 4 books
under $1.
Okay, so he's not a Chinese official, but he's a guy who's a military buff in China. Right. I'm gonna say how to shoot up schools.
Nope. It was at a neighborhood recycling station. They were confidential military documents.
Nice. I like my answer.
Yeah. Better. Now,
were they documents of how to shoot up schools?
I'm not sure. Obviously, it was confidential. Okay. But Mr. Zhang obviously called the military and was like, I got your secrets.
Hey, man, this guy was trying to reduce, recycle your guys' secrets, so do you guys want to recycle them?
Mr. Zhang has not been heard from since June 13th, so praise out to his family. No, I'm playing.
It's almost like the Chinese are actually kind of terrorists or something.
No, they go to his house, just like, thank you, kind sir. Did you read any? No. Then how'd you know it was secret military documents? Oh shit!
Thank you, kind sir, for returning something that we got stolen from us. Here is your prize.
Yeah, no shit,
free indoor house painting. We like red. Oh my god! I think I could top that. That's pretty dumb. How do you lose fucking secrets? Then again, I have heard of the organization called the CIA, so I mean, I guess anything's possible. But what would be something now? Like when you go on a trip somewhere, right? You park your car somewhere. You're going to be gone for a long time. What do you make sure you have on you? Your car keys, right?
Yeah.
And you make sure you lock the car. Well, a man has stolen a Lamborghini from an airport in Salt Lake City. Okay. Now, I'm not giving the Functional Idiot Award to him for stealing the 2023 blue Lamborghini Urus, which is like an SUV, worth $234,000. I'm giving it to the guy who owns the SUV. Now, you might be wondering, why am I giving it to a guy who just had his car stolen in front of an airport, right? Well, the reason he got his car stolen is because he left the keys in the car unlocked.
Oh, what the fuck?
So this guy, who obviously must have saw the keys in the car, was like, oh, and then opened the door, is like, no way, right? Gets in the car and fucking drives off with a brand new Lamborghini Urus. The guy left. He parked the car because it was actually right in front of a security camera. But the guy parked the car there on June 1st and didn't come back till June 9th. Do you think he got back, right? Got back to it. He's like, oh, what fucking level did I park on? Oh, level 2, right? Walking up and down level 2. No, maybe it was level 3. Walks through the whole parking garage. Fuck it. I don't even think it was this parking garage. Goes to a different parking garage. He's just walking around the whole fucking. Where did I park my fucking car?
God damn it.
God damn it. Oh, wait, no, wait. We're in Mormon country. Son of a biscuit. Where did I park my automobile?
Son of a biscuit.
The police are still searching for the car, although I saw this story is from a few days old, or a few days ago, so it might have been found. Actually, this story is from nearly 2 weeks ago, but so it could have been found. But how fucking dumb can you be to park your car and then leave the keys in your car?
Yeah,
shit. You don't think when you get out of the car, okay, yep, got my phone, got my wallet, got my blow up doll, got my cocaine, I got my heroin, I got my syringes, got my meth,
Got my Coca-Cola.
Oh, fuck, I forgot my car keys. Damn it. I knew I was forgetting something.
I can't believe that.
That's somebody who deserves to have their fucking car stolen.
Yeah, no shit.
You're that dumb. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. You know what? And he's also dumb because he parked in short-term parking. And then the motherfucker was gone for 8 days.
Short-term parking? Yeah, it's just 8 days.
Holy shit, dude. You're going to have like a $600 fucking parking bill when you leave. Park your ass in long-term. Well, it's a longer walk. Well, guess what? It's a long-ass walk home that your car got stolen, isn't it?
Fucking idiot.
Jesus Christ. That's not up into the level of functional idiot for the year. But, I mean, that's still up there. That's pretty dumb. That's pretty fucking dumb. Like, I think even if the cops find it, they should be like, nah, man, possession is 9/10 of the law. You left your keys there. You didn't break into the car. It was unlocked. You know?
Yeah, no shit. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I wonder if insurance is like, no. Sorry, in your policy it says retardedness not covered. You're not covered. Oh my god. So, all right. That's all we have for episode 36 of the Functional Idiot Podcast. Oh, Dylan's got something else.
Hold on. Okay, now this is just funny because it just happened. So I like have like a little idle game on my phone, like where I can just tap. So I've been doing the podcast and tapping, right? Well, an ad just came up. And it's just how I keep focused, by the way. I'm not like, you know. But an ad came up of a bald eagle shitting, and it cut to somebody using coffee creamer. So it looked like the bald eagle was shitting right into their coffee. And I thought that shit was funny because I've been seeing a lot more of those ads lately. It's like, what the fuck did I just watch? But since I did it on the last podcast, I was going to do it on this one. Email, functionalidiotspodcast@gmail.com. Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Please, for the love of fucking God, follow us on Twitter at Fun Idiot Show. I'm sick and tired of seeing those goddamn bots in the follower section. Colton, go ahead. I just wanted to do that. Colton? I think we lost.
I muted myself because.
Oh, okay, I was like, we just lost Colton, everybody.
No. Also, go subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, Functional Idiots Productions,
and of course, support us on Patreon as well, please.
Yeah, we had a couple videos.
Please,
it was great.
I need to eat. No, I don't need to eat. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, Dylan's a poor ass bitch now that he's gonna go back to school.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So, be like Dylan. Go get yourself educated, and until next time, don't be dumb.
Are you trying to have sex with me?